Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, FPL Consult here, and today we're going to take a look at my Game Week 28 transfer plans. So Game Week 28 is going to be a blank game week, so massive week this, and we are going to try and navigate this blank game week. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video, and if you do, please give it a like and also subscribe as well if you are new around here. So on the screen is my team. Basically what I've done is I've subbed in all of my players who have a fixture, and I've put those who don't have a fixture on the bench, namely all my Brighton assets, and the only two players in my team who don't have a fixture are Marcus Rashford and Erling Haaland. For the rest of the team, they all have what I would think is decent fixtures, right? So Kepa has Everton at home. For the back four, Zinchenko, Crystal Palace at home, Trippier, Nottingham Forest, Botman, Nottingham Forest as well, and then Rico Henry with Leicester at home. Now in midfield, I have Maddison and Saka. I'm happy to keep both of them as well. And up front, Ivan Toney with Leicester at home, right? Every chance that he can get a return there, especially since Brentford are better at home, right? And then Harry Kane plays Southampton away. He's probably going to be my captain for Game Week 28, and I probably will vice-captain Saka. So at this point in time, looking at my team, I have 9 playing players, and I do have a decision to make because I have 2 free transfers, so I can't roll the transfer. I will have to make one transfer, and it is basically how I use this transfer, because I probably would save the other free transfer for game week 29 to attack that double there as well, right? So for this particular game week, I'm looking only to make one transfer, so I'm likely not to sell Rashford, so I've ruled that out already because I will want him for game week 29. Erling Haaland, on the other hand, he does have Liverpool in game week 29, and that's a single game week fixture for him, so there is a very high likelihood that I sell him. So we'll move on to the tinkering later on to show you guys some options that I'm looking to replace Haaland with, right? Yes, I am selling Haaland. This is something that I think a lot of people may be opposed to, right? You may want to keep Haaland for game week 29 for that Liverpool fixture, given that defensively they still look pretty poor despite coming off that 7-0 win against Manchester United. They still lost 1-0 to Bournemouth, so they are still not a very consistent side defensively as well. So there is a good chance Erling Haaland can profit, right? But for my team, I think I'm likely to sell Haaland simply because I don't think I would sell anyone else, right? Rashford I want to keep. Estupiñán I'm probably going to keep as well, right? And then it leaves whether I want to sell either one of the Brighton midfielders, and to be honest, I don't think there are very good options in midfield aside from Arsenal assets in game week 28. But do I really want to bring in maybe Martinelli or Odegaard in game week 28 where they play Crystal Palace at home, but then in game week 29 they only have a single game week fixture, and moving forward from there their fixtures aren't that great as well. So I probably won't want to bring in an Arsenal midfielder. So given that's the case, the other midfield options aren't great at all, right? In terms of a free hit team, I made a free hit video, and Maddison, Saka, and Martinelli / Odegaard would be the 3-man midfield I would go with. So I don't think there are a lot of standout midfield options as well for me to replace either Mitoma or March with. So because of that reason, I think it is pretty straightforward for my team that I will be selling Haaland. So it's simply who I sell Haaland for. So now let's take a look at some replacements and take a look at the tinkering tool to see how the team would look like in game week 28, and then plan a little bit forward ahead into game week 29 as well. So this is my team on the FPL.team transfer planner, exactly as shown in the graphic just now. So Erling Haaland is the player that I'm looking to replace, and the first option that I am likely to go with is Ollie Watkins. Actually, I do like Ollie Watkins, especially for this Bournemouth at home fixture, and thereafter in game week 29 he has a double as well, Chelsea and Leicester, right? So I do like that double for Ollie Watkins. Moving forward as well, I think he is an okay option to keep, right? The fixtures moving forward aren't the worst. There are some game weeks where I can actually play him. Nottingham Forest in game week 30 is one of those as well. Fulham in 33 is also another one. So I'm not opposed to keeping Ollie Watkins for quite a while, and that's why, given the long-term prospect of Ollie Watkins, I'm okay to keep him. So he's one of the targets as well. Now aside from that, instead of going for Haaland to Ollie Watkins, I can do Haaland to João Felix as well. He's someone that I think I'm quite keen on, but the problem is he came off at halftime against Leicester when Chelsea played Leicester. We don't know if that's an injury or not. We will wait for some updates, but I think in general if he is fit. I think João Felix looks really sharp as well. I can also choose to go for Kai Havertz instead of João Felix, right? If I actually want to bank on Chelsea assets returning these couple of game weeks in 28 where they play Everton at home, and then in 29 as well they have a decent double as well, right? So if I do want to bank on Chelsea assets and if I have the confidence, I can go for Havertz. Now aside from that, another player that I can replace Erling Haaland with is Brennan Johnson. Now, Brennan Johnson has been picking up some decent returns in the last couple of game weeks. Aside from him playing in game week 28, though that's not a great fixture, right? He will allow me to have a lot of money, 8.1 in the bank thereafter, to make some transfers, some really aggressive transfers in game week 29, right? So that is why I think Brennan Johnson could be someone to consider, right? But for now, I'm going to display the most likely option that I'm going to go with, and that is Ollie Watkins, right, for this Bournemouth at home fixture. And let's take a look now, assuming that I go with this transfer in game week 28, let's take a look at the game week 29 team. So we're moving ahead to 29 now. Kepa and Raya, both double game week players. So those are my keepers. On the bench for now is all the Brighton players, right? And then as you guys can see in the team, I have 2 free transfers now. And then I have Zinchenko, Saka, and Kane, who I can use these 2 free transfers on to replace them with double game week players. So for now, the plan is to take Saka out and replace him with Bruno Fernandes. So that is one of the 2 free transfers that I'm likely to use. Now, I can go a couple of ways with this second transfer. I probably will still keep Kane, right? I can go Zinchenko to Luke Shaw. That's one of the ways I can use the second free transfer. Now, if I want to go somewhere else with this transfer, I can actually do Zinchenko to Ben Chilwell, right? So that is actually a transfer that I haven't decided on. I think moving forward into game week 28, I will take a look at how the teams play as well, right? But I think I do like the prospect, the attacking threat that Chilwell possesses, and we already saw him score a goal against Leicester in game week 27, right? So at this point in time, if Chelsea do adopt this wing-back formation that they used to play under Tuchel, right, Chilwell is an asset that I think most of us know how good he can be, right? So Chilwell firmly in my plans for the second free transfer, right? So that does leave me with a lot of money in the bank, 4.5 in the bank. And moving forward into game week 30, I'm not going to go so many weeks forward, but 30, I do plan to bring Haaland in, right? And this 4.5 in the bank actually allows me to have loads of money to bring Haaland back in 30 as well, right? So I'll move back to 28 for now. And this is likely how my team will look like if I make that Haaland to Ollie Watkins move, where he will have that Bournemouth at home fixture, which I think is the one I favor the most, right? So at this point in time, this is how my team would likely look for game week 28, but I will have a deadline stream and also have a team selection video. So let's see how my team shapes up, along with other news that we find out later on, closer to the game week 28 deadline as well, right? But for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please give it a like and also subscribe as well if you're new around here. And do let me know what you guys are doing with your teams. Are you selling Haaland? Are you selling someone else, right? And what is your plan for Game Week 28? Maybe you're free hitting as well. Right, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in more Game Week 28 content very soon. Bye-bye.